Hey everybody, it's Tiffany from Quick and Dirty Gardens, and today we're going to make fancy bows. Alright, so let's do this. Okay, so what you're going to need is some floral wire that you can get at a craft store. You can get these little long strips, or sometimes it comes in a paddle. I like to use these ones. You need some fancy ribbon. Get the stuff that has the wire in the edges. Very important. Work smarter, not harder. Get that wire edge ribbon. And then get some good scissors. Now, not your best scissors, not the ones that you only use on fabric, because you are going to be cutting through that little wire edge, but they should be sharp enough to cut through the fabric cleanly. So here we go. For a ribbon that is about the size of your fist, or your hand I should say, you're going to use 2 yards of ribbon. And I can roughly estimate that by going like collarbone to my outstretched arm is 1, and then 2 yards is usually, that usually works. So we're going to start with the center petal on the bow, okay? So we're going to start by just making that center petal, just a little circle with your fabric here, your ribbon. And then I hold it with my thumb and my forefinger, and here we start the process. And basically, you're going to just zigzag your fabric like this, but it helps if you twist it every time you do it, and then it helps make that easier to pinch it together in the end. And also, some fabrics have a pattern on one side, but not on the other side, and so you want that pattern to show. So the twisting does make it a lot easier. So you're going to start with your first petal. Here's where you can decide how big or small your bow is going to be. Mine's going to be just that little hand-sized bow. So I'm going to start with just maybe a 2.5, 3-inch petal right there. Pinching it with my thumb and my forefinger, I'm going to twist that fabric and then bring it down for the petal on the next side over here. And then I'm going to just pinch that again with my thumb and my forefinger, and then twist that fabric, and then make my second petal, which is going to be just a little bit longer than my first one. Twist the fabric, pinching it in the center with my thumb and my forefinger, and then going to make my bottom petal here, twist it, and then my third petal on the top side. Don't worry about how jankety it looks. Twist it, bottom petal, a little bit longer than the previous one. Then we're going to cut our fabric off here. And we're going to use that little fabric that just came off, that last little bit, find the center of it here, and pinch it in the center here. Grab your floral wire. We're going to push it straight through the center of your project. And while you pinch the fabric together and pinch the wire together, and then grab a hold of it, the bow, and you keep a hold of the wire, and then twist your bow around. Boink. And then this is where the beauty of the wired ribbon comes into play, because now you just tweak that bow how you want it. First, let me have a look and see what I'm doing here. You just tweak that bow how you want it, and the wire just helps you just move it and shape it in any way you want. Then, attention to detail, people. Take your bottom edges, get it together. We're going to fold that over just so it's a nice clean edge, and then fold that in half lengthwise. Then you're going to take your scissors, and on the inside edge where there's no wire, take the low side and then cut up straight through the wire, and that creates the fancy little edge there, right? So fancy, okay? So then, again, you can use this wire to wrap it around your wreath, or cut it short and just stick it on a present, or whatever you're going to do with your bow. And you can just keep tweaking, because the wire and the ribbon makes it so easy. And you can make them big or small. Look at this guy. This guy was about 3 yards of fabric, because he has a little extra stringy-doo here. There you go. Quick and dirty, how to make a bow. If you have any questions, let me know.